Some very cool sparring footage to look at today. We've got a current active UFC lightweight in Guram Katadzadeh in the green short against or sparring with, one of the Muay Thai goats of all time, Sanchai. They're trading open side body kicks. Here, Sanchai's hitting his little shuffle, and then there's a left kick by Guram into the closed side. It doesn't line up as well, that left kick, against another southpaw. There are exceptions, Jan Blachowicz versus Dominic Reyes, but he would really leverage into that. And Jan Blachowicz does a lot of weird stuff, so he's not like the guy to copy off in terms of textbook techniques. Sanchai is really tricky in that he's shorter, but he's an outside fighter, and he's using this left kick into the open side a lot, one of his main weapons. And what that does is, as we saw there, as he left kicks, there's a little back fist, as he left kicks, boom, tends to bring the elbows out to the side and the forearm out to the side to block, and then he'll just dig that left straight into the body. The round kicks tend to bring the elbow positions a little bit wider, and then the straight punches fit through. There he's using a hook to counter the body kick. A lot of time people are very used to the left straight come back like that, and then he hits a hook on the outside. Boom, there's that left kick by Guram. It's caught but not immediately punished. There's a little delay, and there's a left kick by Sanchai. Sanchai is so tricky. My brother actually sparred Sanchai at a seminar in Darlington. Apparently he just rushed past all the kids to make sure he could get the first 2 minutes sparring with Sanchai. And he says there's this weird thing where all of his shots seem to have this slight delay where it hits a beat after or a few frames after you'd expect it to land. There's Sanchai's just going left kick, and you would think, why doesn't Guram just counter the left kick? The left kick's coming. Well, one, there's that delay, so it's hitting at a slight bit of a different timing, so it's hard to know. And as well, when you see Sanchai throwing these kicks, a lot of the times the knee is way past the target. Like, he's not kicking with his knee way outside the target so Guram can block and come down the middle with the right straight. The knee goes past Guram's forearms, so there's this delay where Guram can't fire back immediately. It's almost a bit like a strange knee shield in jiu-jitsu, and then it fires back. There's inside kick, back into stance. Guram doubling up with his right kick, and then doing the technically correct thing, trying to pivot to the outside with that double tap of the lead hand. Tap, jab, and then tap the hook, moving across. There he throws that left kick again, but it's quite catchable, and there's not a lot of sting to it when it's that close. There's the body hook into a straight punch, bringing the elbow out wide. Obviously, a lot more prioritization on the body shots and the body scores in this more technical spar and this more Muay Thai-centered spar where the body shots are of much greater importance. He's using a nice cross-check, did Guram. Really nice cross-check. Good option against the southpaw. We rarely see this in MMA. We see this in Petr Yan. Petr Yan uses that cross-check, and sometimes Sean Strickland, but he's very strange, so not always a one to copy. There's a left kick, again getting caught off balance, but Sanchai doesn't do any big follow-ups, lets him get his balance, being polite. There's that left kick again, the knee goes way past the target, and something, even though Guram is technically doing the correct thing, pivoting and moving to his left to move away from the left kick, if you watch Sanchai practice his kicks on the bag, he'll often kick the bag at the apex of it swinging away. So what does that mean? He's not kicking the bag as it swings into him, even though that's a useful training habit, and you'll see Buakaw use a lot of kicks whilst the bag swings into the shin. That's just timing someone coming in and throwing that kick at the same time, and it also adds a lot of shin conditioning. When you see Sanchai hit the bag, a lot of the time he's kicking it at the apex of when it swings away, so he has to get full translation of the hip, full torque, full turnover, like he's doing in his left kick there, so it still lands with good power. And it's a really smart thing to do if you're Sanchai, because you're using those long weapons, those teeps, those left body kicks, well, body kicks off either side, but you're going to be the shorter man against most opponents, so it's a really smart thing. That's why you can get a lot of leverage and a lot of power kicking as he circles away. There's a really nice kick to the back leg. Again, using that arced shot with that left hand, it's slightly more difficult to defend. A lot of the time you get used to that textbook kickboxer firing back at you. As you throw a right body kick, especially with the southpaw, that left straight comes back. Left straight into the body. Double attacks getting formed here. You know, the body kick brings the arms slightly out to the side, and then the cross just digs in straight to the solar plex. Really nice stuff. Bit of front side feinting into the kick again. Cross, uppercut, leverages into the left kick. Key there is as he throws his combination, boom, boom, he skips his back leg in just a little bit. He doesn't leave his back leg behind, because then that's going to stress his hips, make it really hard and really slow to try and fire that off. You know, you've got to bring that back leg in. The more the back leg's underneath you, the quicker it is to fire off. If you leave it behind, it's going to take a lot more time to fire when you're throwing those combinations. A lot of people, especially at a beginner level, will throw 2 or 3 punches in the kick, but it's so hard for them to throw the kick at the end because their foot is left 2 miles away in Redcar or some other northern seaside town, Saltburn maybe, who knows. But that's the first round, getting a little water break because imagine it's humid and hot as hell. Let's get into whenever they start sparring for the next round. But lot of massagey between and left kick. Guram nice counter with the right low kick, and then he tries Sanchai's own move, that jump, and then just throw a little low kick. And that's a nice lean back by Guram. Did he throw with the toes? Is that a weeb kick? Is that a weeb round kick? A little bit. It's more like the top of the foot, the kind of kick that Rory McDonald was using really well against Damien Maia. That's a nice kick in open stance. If it's not as just bluntly powerful as your typical round kick with a full hip whip over and the full shin going in, Pettis style. But it's hard to catch. Can be a good one if you're fighting a wrestler. A whippy kick that's hard to catch. There's that left kick again by Guram. Let's see what counter Sanchai does. Just a left kick and then a right hook to the body. Boom. That right hook to the body, always good to have a good right hand as a southpaw. If your main weapons are like your left straight, left kick, you want a good right hook, because if you land good right hooks, generally, you move them towards your left. Hand fighting, touching in a 2-1. A lot of hand fighting here. Boom, cross into the body kick. Maybe Guram's giving him a lot more respect. He's probably as starstruck as anyone else would be. Even though he's a UFC lightweight, he's probably as starstruck as anyone else would be to spar with Sanchai. Boom, hitting the cross to the body. Guram using the hand fight, a lot of covering up, and then Sanchai starts to throw the knees. You see how much distance he's covering with the knee because he's got to bring it quite a ways up, generally the shorter fighter. Boom, Guram using that lead leg, trying to just make a block. There, that was a better... He kind of made like a little knee shield with his left kick. He still got countered by Sanchai. But let's see if we can freeze the frame. See how that left knee has come across the body of Sanchai, so Sanchai can't really reach with the punch counter, and it just generally keeps you off balance when that shin's across you, but he'll just throw it away and kick back. Go around with a catch. Nice little teep by Sanchai whilst on one leg. Boom. Turning that kick into the body. Again, he can translate his hip over and displace his hips so much despite Guram circling away. Like, really good southpaws can kick you really hard with that left leg, even if you're circling away. Look at a lot of Crow Cop's knockouts. Crow Cop's knockouts, a lot of them that came whilst the guy was circling away from that cemetery left leg, using the right leg as Sanchai, so he can use it as a feint and leverage into the left knee. Let's see if he did any actions after that left knee to off balance his man. Boom, left knee. A little push and a little just tap with the same side he threw the knee from. Again, a lot of little taps between his knees just to keep his man off balance. There's a lot of times you see in Thai that throw these kind of straight punches where there's no step, there's no big twist, but it's kind of in the middle zone between clinching and kicking, and it just acts as a barrier to stop them grabbing. It just acts as a little off balance, little shots to keep people off balance. You see Singdam do that a lot. A lot of like touch with the lead hand, straight punches with no big twist, just to off balance people and leverage people into the kick. There's a left hook, changing the trajectory of his left hand to hit the body shot as Guram circles into it. There's a left kick underneath the armpit. I've always got to watch that again. Always love a left kick under an armpit. Boom, as a right straight goes out. Kind of works because Sanchai's head was a little bit closer, a bit leaned forward, and then he could retract his head as he throws a kick and lead him onto that kick to the body. Boom. A lot of little jabs and back fists, a lot of shots at different angles from his hands is Sanchai using, like back fists, chopping down with the punch, very playful. Again, countering that kind of naked left kick to the body. It's going to be very hard to do a lot of damage with a left kick to the body in an opposite stance situation like this without it getting caught. You know, Guram likes to use that left kick. You see in a lot of his fights, very left leg focused. Sometimes people can use that left kick reactively, almost the same way they use a check hook. You see Fazeev do it. In this setting, probably not the best tool. Obviously, they were saying about Jan Blachowicz versus Dominic Reyes earlier. Jan Blachowicz would throw a hard right straight, get Dominic Reyes kind of shelling and moving, and then blast that left kick into the body. There's that same combination. Cross, up, lead uppercut, into a kick. Detail on that is bringing the back leg in. Again, when he's landing that knee, he sneaks the back leg in. He's not leaving it way behind, which telegraphs it as well. When he sneaks that back leg in, it just comes a little bit quicker. Pop. And then using these little off-balancing hand movements between. Guram using his right kick really well. Having a little lean back. See how Sanchai uses that cross to the body to counter a few kicks ago. Guram's movement a little bit better, and there's a nice little sweep by Guram. Let's look at that. So Sanchez been stepping in with his knee, just sticks his left arm out, and a small movement off the left foot. And obviously it can't be caught. Really, he's using that sweep counter. Can't be caught like if he was trying to lean back and throw a full left kick. Boom, left kick. Sanchez just trying to mug him a little bit almost. Keeping a stronger shape, and then use his hands more just to put the pressure on him. There, catching that left kick again, sweeping it across into the body kick. Boom. A lot of really good stuff. What can we learn from there? It's hard to use that reactive defensive left body kick against a southpaw. If you want to be a really good southpaw, develop your right hand and use and develop the dexterity in your left hip, your left kick, so that you can still powerfully kick someone whilst they're circling away. You don't always want to rely on them having to circle into it, because sometimes that's a hard battle to win. Other than that, subscribe for more breakdowns. Let me know if you want to see any Japanese guys, Thai guys. All flavors and all countries of CTE are welcome on this channel. Well, I say that was a very technical spar. Use code 10 at RevGear. I know this is a Yacal video. Yacal's really good kit. RevGear is also good. Hard 10 at RevGear for a discount on that. See you soon.